morning, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you are having a fantastic day. Let's go ahead and make sure you all can hear me. If you'd please go ahead and type the number 1 in the comment section. Let me know that you can. I would greatly appreciate it. There is truly nothing worse than talking to myself for the next 30 minutes or so. It is horrible, especially if it's all this great information that I'm giving out. Right? As we jump in here this morning, keep in mind that everything we look at today is for educational purposes only, and nothing is meant to be advice or recommendations. All right. So Friday, crazy day, guys. We weren't able to get the show on there. Sorry about that. I do apologize. We knew on Thursday. We just forgot to make it known on Friday, about Friday. So I kind of screwed that one up there. So again, apologies for that. But we're here. We're here today. So it's time to rock on like Donkey Kong. So guys, if you like what you see, make sure you follow along, not only on YouTube, which is where our primary show is hosted for this, although we're on multi other platforms. Make sure that you look at some of the other social networks as well, the other platforms out there, to see some of the other things that we post out there, because they're not all the same across all platforms, right? Excellent. So with that, let's go ahead and jump in. Today, we're going to start off with the futures. All right, let's go look at the ES. Edward Sam. So you can see this vertical line on the left side of the screen. That was Friday's close, was right up into here. And then Sunday's open at 6 p.m. We had a quick little dip and a continuation. We put in a double top, almost what would be a head and shoulders pattern. Left shoulder here, head here, right shoulder here, right on the ES. And we just kind of fell apart from the European Open today. We just had this big pullback, all kinds of stuff going on. World-wise, market-wise. Are we going to fight with China? Are we going to go to war with Russia? We're sending troops over there now. It's not looking good, right? That'll be good for us. Let's start a war with China and Russia at the same time. Go figure, right? But hey, we better get out of the Middle East. But we did take a quick little pop in the last few minutes there. We are down about 8 points on the ES right now. Right? Go figure, guys. I'm telling you, I don't care who the politicians are. They're all horrible. Every one of them. None of them belong where they are. That's for darn sure. We look at YM. Very similar pattern on YM that we had before. We're down 115 points, which is not too bad on the Dow. On the NASDAQ, we're up 32 points, but we were up a heck of a lot higher. If we're at 460 right now, we were up at a high of 5. So we're almost 100 points higher, 80 points higher than we are right now. So we've given quite a bit back, but we're still up about 28 points right now on the NASDAQ. On the RUT, not too bad. We're down about 15 points on the RUT. What a great move Friday afternoon, huh? Yowzer. Very nice. Very nice on Friday there. Then we look at Bitcoin, BTC. Bitcoin, we're down about 500 points on Bitcoin right now. We were up a lot higher earlier today, 38,002. So we're about 1,000 points higher than we are right now on Bitcoin. I did see some news come out from China that said something about they're creating crypto zones. I don't know if you're going to be able to mine and such in that area, locations, whatever it is. I think it's more of a being able to monitor and track what's going on there. So that's going on with Bitcoin, Ethereum, all of them. All right, Ethereum's up 50 points right now, so they've gained back a lot of what they gave back already, put them back in positive territory. Gold is kind of drifting up, but it's been a rough ride. It has not been a smooth movement. It's up about 5 points, gold. And then energy right now, there's a lot of questionability on energy, what's going to happen with it, and such. So is it going to maintain this high level? We're at 87.5. We're up 73 cents right now from where we closed, but that's because of all we gave back on Friday there. So that's a big part of that. Okay. So morning, Joan. Yeah, the snow, we got about a foot here. So we didn't get crushed, but it was one of the roughest snows to work through because of the winds. They were brutal. Snowblower companies not showing up. My next door neighbor pays this guy for the year. The guy, flat rate guy never showed up. Didn't come on Saturday when it snowed. Did not come yesterday. I actually went out yesterday with my snowblower and cleaned his area up because of how bad it was. I always do the neighbor on the other side of me because she's just getting up there in age. Someone does my mom's. She lives in a different county than us, different town. She's half hour away without traffic and snow. So someone does my mom. So I always do his. It's kind of a, paying back to the universe, right? Someone's taking care of her. I'm taking care of him next door. But it wasn't too bad. And we were able to get out easy enough yesterday. We were able to get in the cars and go do our thing. But my youngest daughter decided she was going to go to the supermarket yesterday with sneakers on. And she gets to the supermarket and calls my wife and says, "Can you meet me outside with my boots?" She said, "I can't get out of the car because there's a foot of snow." Yeah, no kidding. Hey, good morning. How you doing, sir? All right. So, guys, since we didn't do Friday, we didn't have a class Friday, I have no trades to share with you from Friday because we didn't share any here. But I'd love to see the trades that you guys did. So if you go ahead and drop those in, I'd still love to talk about some of those as well. Now, with that, let's go take a look at today's candidates. All right, ALGN is the very first one. Now, this is a kind of a double whammy for ALGN, okay? Morgan Stanley initiated coverage, which means we're not watching them before today. So they initiated coverage, that's number one. Number two is they made them an overweight, which they're telling people, if you would have normally bought 100 shares, buy more. Overweight your portfolio with this position, okay? So that upgrade, as you can see, has done well for them this morning. They're up $6.30 right now. A little bit of pullback the last couple of candles. Remember, I'm not a fan of hash marks. Right? We see those little sideways moves there. One trade going off there. Not a big fan of those, but it's up $6.30. So let me actually open this up here. Got to get the option chain going. All right. So if we look, let's go back and take a look here. At ALGN, now they have earnings coming out in a couple of days. So there's a lot of caution there because of the earnings, right? They're up right now to 470.26. The 8 moving average is 475. So look what's happened, folks. We're in this. Let me fix that. Okay. We don't need that orange bar. We're in this overall bearish bias. We're moving to the downside. Our moving averages are spreading apart. Look at the spacing between the 8 and the 21, the pink and the green. It's getting wider. Look at the spacing between the 21 and 55. It's getting wider, which tells me the strength of the trend is, the strength of the trend is strong. Okay. Weird way of putting it, I guess, but that's what it comes down to. So you've got a strong bearish trend, right? We've moved up, not even to the moving average that we've been at, before, which we've had a couple of times. We pushed up there, and we're down lower than that right now. So if you're trying to take a bullish entry on this, you've got move potential up to that 475.5. but not a whole lot above that. Earnings coming out in a couple of days. I'm going to write down wait on my my list for today. Right now, Rob, why don't you just tell us wait and go and move on? That would have been real easy. But that doesn't help you make determinations when you find candidates like this that I'm not here to answer that. Right? That's why I put it out there. That's why we spend the time on that. That's why we do the show, to make sure that you get a good understanding of what we do, because I want you to be self-sufficient, that you could trade on your own. So if I decide tomorrow that I'm going to go away and I'm not going to teach any longer, you're not left hanging high and dry that you don't know what to do. Hey, Robert, morning. Naked put on Apple, overnight close with a profit. Nice. Let's see. Robert said took a hit on BX, BPS, NP on Matt. BX and BPS. Okay. Got it. Took a hit on BX, bull put spread, naked put on MAT working well. Okay, got it. Okay. I'm reading it as 4 different symbols, Robert, but I figured it out. Thanks. Appreciate you sharing that, Robert. All right, let's jump into the next one, which is Beyond Meat. They had a little conversation going on this morning on CNBC over Beyond Meat and Impossible Burger and Impossible Meat, whatever it is. Which one was better or worse, richer or poorer? So Beyond Meat was upgraded. I don't have a name next to it, so it didn't matter to me who it was. They're up about $2.50 right now. Let's go look at their daily chart. All right, so it's down. Oh, boy, is it down. There'll be a $5 stock before you know it. So they're about $2.50. They're at $59 right now. Let's zoom back in there. So they just got above that 58.33 Fibot level, and they're at 59, just below our 60.12 level. Well, I don't have as strong of a directional move on the moving averages, and here's the why. What's going on? To have moving averages, what do you need? You need movement. We have no movement. Beyond Meat has been sideways, ugly. Yeah, it's picked up a little bit of steam lately, breaking down below that pink line, but it's just not been in a great movement up to this point. So the moving average is kind of scrunched up a little bit on the 8 and 21. They started spreading out as we broke down through that Fibot line, that pink line there, 58.33. So I think wait. Oh, wait, where are we? 59.10. Yeah, we're going to wait. There's just no compelling reason here for me to want to take this bullish. Now, if you are speculative and saying, all right, I'm going to kind of jump in early because I think this is the catalyst for it, then you go for it. And these are the types of places and the candidates you do these things on, not the ones that I do, right? I'm looking for more of a, I don't want to use the word sure thing because there is no such thing, but I'm looking for a higher probability. And I can do that by putting the odds in my favor if I find candidates that fit well on the chart, as well as getting the news. Evelyn said, did puts on SPY, their paper trades, puts on SPY, learning to use trailing stops in the OCOs, 10%, plus 25% in TOS. Range was minus 4% loss with a 25% gain, was 11% overall. All right, there you go, 11%. I mean, that's a great day. It's an awesome day. Good job. And I applaud you for learning how to do it on paper and not putting real money into it. You know, tonight we start our one trade away challenge. I'm so excited. I cannot wait to get the one trade away challenge going. I was just going through my notes for tonight on what we're going to go over. I'm hoping this doesn't turn into like a 7-hour training this evening with Q&A and the hundreds of people that are going to be in there. But a big part of being successful in the market is hitting enter. It's really what it comes down to. It's doing it over and over again, right? Learning from the mistakes, figuring it out. What's the right way to set my trailing stops? Is that the right type of stop for me? Is Apple the right company, or is Amazon the right company? Or am I better off with Ford for my own risk profile? All of these things are part of what we're going to go over in the One Trade Away Challenge. But I applaud you for it, Evelyn. Great. Good job. Good job there. All right. Let's go to the next one. CVX. They got a downgrade. Again, don't have who it was. They're down about $1. So there's a small concern over energy right now. Nothing crazy. Right? Overall, here, let me get rid of those. Overall, great move. Right now, we're down at 129. So we're just below the moving average. Right about where we opened up on Friday, right, is where we are. So, again, nothing horrific going on in there, but I would like to see – I'm not going to trade the downgrade. No name on who it was. If I don't have the name, I don't care who it was. I'm not going to trade the downgrade. You can down to 127. You don't have a lot of room there, right? You got about $2 to the downside. What I'm looking for is the stock above 131. And then I'm looking for a bull put spread below 131. But Rob, the news was bearish. One company came out to say they were going to downgrade them. Look what they're doing. I mean, are they early to the game? Maybe. They very well might be in the right place at the right time. But I know my system has a high probability of being right if I follow what the markets are doing. This stock is kind of moved to the upside. I'm going to look at an overall move to the upside. ISRG. I like ISRG. I like their charts, right? I like their movements, right? When we look at ISRG, by the way, they got an upgrade. When you look at ISRG, they've got great movements. We're talking about, let me just move this over a little bit to make that smaller. We're talking about $12 a day. That's a great move. Now, look where we are. We closed up at 273. Let's go. No, we got a fib line 273. We closed up at 272. Right now we're at 276. So where are we? The 8 moving average. Go figure. we push right up into the same flipping place that we got resistance is where we tend to stop. Do you notice as I call these things out over and over and over again, we move right to some key level that I've got drawn on the chart? Right? Why does it do that? Because stocks have memory. The market has memory. All right, so I am not a fan of this one. I'm going to wait. A lot of waiting today on our candidates. MPC, let's just drop that one in. Okay, so MPC had a contract rejection. MPC. All right, so Marathon Petrol Oil Company, they had some kind of contract rejection from the United Steelworkers. I don't know if it's the same union or what it is, but they were down on the announcement, and now they're flat, right? So apparently it's not really driving them at all, right? We look at MPC. I'm going to look at a bull put spread below 170. The news is not hurting them. Oh, wait a second. February 2nd. No. I'm not doing a spread on this one. You got earnings coming out. No. Good catch, Rob. And of course, you should always check earnings. Always check earnings to make sure you don't have something that's in the way, right? Hey guys, we're getting close to the end of my list. Drop in the candidates you want me to take a look at today, and we can analyze those as well. I've got a few more. All majors, by the way. All three of them big time in the news right now. Let's see. All right, let me put that back because I think I did something wrong. NFLX. All right, so they're down overall, right? We come back here. NFLX. All right, they're up 13 points. Why? They got upgraded by Citigroup, right? Big name. I've got the name down there. They got upgraded by Citi. I'm a big fan of Citi. I like them as a company, for upgrades, downgrades. As far as their calls, they're usually pretty spot on. So right now they're at they're up about $12.50 on the day, right? But look what's going on. Look where we're at, guys. Right now we're looking at 397. So I've got a 400 level that we are bumping our head above. So here's what I want to do. I am going to want to see my stock above 400, and we'll do a bull put spread below 400 or a long call. And that would be a day trade with the potential move up to 415, where I've got a confluence of the 236, which is the hesitation level, and the 8 moving average. Beautiful. Hesitation and resistance all at the same time. I love it. I love it. Keep in mind, we're up $13 today, 52.26. So Netflix moves about $26 a day. So we're halfway through the move, which means we've got another $13 to go. And look where resistance is, 415. We can make it. We can make it. All right? The opportunity is there. Next, Spotify. Woo! SPOT. They got upgraded by Citi as well. And it was more sector related. Netflix, Spotify. You may see some residual out there of others that are going to get positive, movements today because of what Citi did with Spotify and Netflix. But when we look at it, what's going on? Let's look at Spotify's daily chart first. The overall daily chart is down. Earnings are coming up in a couple of days. Right now, they're up at 180, right? So we're a little bit shy of our resistance, right? So for Spotify, okay. Spotify, what's going on? Joe Rogan, open mouth, insert foot, right? Causing problems. Multiple artists now talking about wanting to get their music removed from their site. They've already done it with the one musician, one guy, I forgot who it was, is gone. And it's not good. I saw Rogan, someone came across CNBC today that he apologized for what he said about COVID information. Now they're starting to mark Spotify some of what is being said with confirm your information about COVID type warnings, which I think is a little BS, but I digress, right? I think a lot of it comes down to just controlling who you got, right? We can't just let everybody be Howard Stern and say whatever they want to say. You gotta control some what gets done out there. But with all that negative out there and the upgrade from Citi, I just don't know how positive it's going to be. All of that for that, right? So with that being said, I'm going to look at Spotify today. If we're at 180, we've got a move of about $5 in there. So I'm going to look on Spotify for pivot points. And mine won't populate until the market starts. So I'll look at Spotify for potential pivot points in there as a place to bounce off of and possibly fail. I mean, we may have a pivot right at 185. We may push up to that, and I'll look for the bearish move down if we start to move to the downside, right? Because here's the thing. Think about this. What if the bullish news drives it right up to resistance, and then that's it? The news did its thing, but now everybody kind of sits back, gets in position, one in the chair, and says, all right, I ain't going to do nothing here. I'm just going to watch, and the stock just starts to drop. I'm going to take advantage of that because I've got confluence at the fib line and the 8 moving average there. Do it, baby. Do it. All right. And then last one is Tesla. Got to be an Elon Musk fan, right? God, I don't think you cannot do that these days. By the way, Netflix, back up to that a second. One of their co-founders came out and bought $20 million of shares on between Thursday and Friday of last week. All right. Just as an FYI. All right. Tesla, they got upgraded by Credit Suisse. I never say that right. Swiss. Credit Suisse. They're up $16. Tesla. Right? Let's see. Let's go back here. So $16, it puts them at 862.5. So I've got room up to 875. Okay. All right. They move $67 a day is their movement. They're only got $16 move right now, right? Earnings are gone. We're good with their earnings. You can see what it caused, right? But I think they got the move up to 876, okay? Excuse me. So I'm going to be looking at, for Tesla, a bull put spread below 790. I just don't know if we're going to get anything there. I'm also going to look for pivot points as possible trade setups. All right. Smarter, not harder. Good morning, Rob. Your pre-market morning lessons got into SPCE bot at $8. Where do you see this one as a stock for the future? I don't know who they are. Okay. Let's see off the top of my head. Virgin Galactic. Okay. Future doesn't look bright today. Now, as a long-term holding, maybe, but that's not me. I follow trends, and the trend right now is telling me that it's bearish. So I would be really, really, really careful. It's not like you got a whole lot left to go down. If you can you rent it out? It's optional. Is it weekly? So it's got weekly options on it. If you're able to rent it out, you got a full week left here. Let's not get all of these. We just need 20 is fine. I'd be looking at a 40 Delta. You can rent it out at 8.5 and pick up 26 cents for the week. So as long as you can rent it out along the way, I'm okay with it. I think there's value to it. Listen, anything that, the king there has of interest in between Virgin Galactic, between Virgin Airlines, all of that. I think there's a lot of he's Branson, right? Always on the right track. I always mix him up with Brunson, right? He's always on the right track. Okay. So is there value to it? Yeah. I just don't know when. So just caution with that. All right. Andres is asking for Apple. They're up 33 cents today. Let's go see what the daily chart looks like. Smarter, not harder. I hope that is helpful for you. So look at Apple, guys. I love the move it made on Friday there. Awesome. we're in a bullish bias right now, not true bull, but we are bullish. So what is that saying there? It means I can take bullish trades non-direction. I could take directional trades, but I'm going to take them aggressive, meaning lower my number of contracts. So I'll take 4 contract trades on this. I love where it's at. If it holds up today and can stay above that 170 today, Andres, I'm all over it, like white on rice, baby, or brown on rice, since I eat brown rice, not white rice. I'm all over it, right? I love it, love it. But we got to stay above that 170 level, all right? Andres also asked for Ford. Ooh, 2 different spectrums, right? Ford earnings coming out. I mean, up to this point, they're bearish, not a true bear, but they are bearish. So I'd be a little cautious. I'm going to want to wait until after earnings friending with them, but I need to see them getting above 20.5, which will be where the 8 moving average is on a close before I even consider anything. Smarter than harder. You are quite welcome. Let's see. Robert's asking for, well, we did Apple already, so that's perfect. Facebook. All right. And the rain came down. After Apple's earnings, I love the positiveness of what they came out with, right? We'll see if some of the tech companies like Facebook can recover as well, because it's not been good for them, right? A lot of negative news out there. I don't know if now is the right time to announce renaming to Meta. I think there's some confusion there with things like that. Whenever you do that, you get a massive brand and the rename. I understand it's parent company. It's not, blah, blah, blah. But I think Facebook was a better name for it, but who am I, right? I'm not running a multi-billion-dollar corporation. Multi-million-dollar, not multi-billion-dollar corporation. So where are we this morning on Facebook? Let's go take a look, Robert. We're at 302.5. So, Robert, I got resistance right at 305. So here's my thing. If we can move down below the 300, you've got some bearishness, but you really want to wait until after the earnings are out. Right? A little bit of caution there. Yeah, Sean said, Elon Musk is the real-life Iron Man, without a doubt, Sean, without a doubt. He is. I love the guy. He is just awesome. Guys, today starts our 1 trade away challenge. All right? And that's exactly what it is. It is a challenge. I challenge each and every one of you to follow along with us for 30 days. Allow me to walk you through the process to help get you from where you are to where you want to be. You're going to see a massive transformation in your trading capabilities if you will just follow along with the steps that we lay out. Guys, Sean's going to drop a link to that in the members area. Go ahead and get yourself registered, guys. It's $49 for 30 days. Tonight's our first live training. Even if you can't be there live tonight, it's going to be recorded for you and put in the members area. So no harm, no foul. Don't worry about it, right? You can go back and watch it tomorrow as a recording. But there is so much between the 14 foundational videos that are out there, plus the 30 other videos that we've got to do. There's a tremendous amount of information that you're going to have, training that you're going to go through, very specific training to get you there. So Sean dropped that link in the chat box. Go ahead and grab that. And with that, make it a profitable day. Stay focused on the quest to becoming a great trader. Keep crushing it. And remember, the 1 trade away challenge, you're just 1 trade away. Take care, folks. I will see you all tomorrow at our next one, hopefully tonight. All right, bye for now.